telling stories visually has been part of our culture from the beginning of time. Whether it was the Crudes printing, painting their lives on cave walls, visual storytelling really originated around a campfire, and now it's traveled to your glowing mobile screens you carry in your pockets every day. Stories are told to create emotional connections. They are the most powerful delivery tools for information. And the reason we love stories are the fact that we learn lessons from observing changes in others. We can learn and empathize with people through their stories. And stories link us to their values and beliefs. Tell a story and people will become engaged and receptive to the ideas that you are communicating. And today our attention spans are shorter than ever. With the convergence of technology and communication, our lives are multitasking. We have needs to communicate, and to capture our attention, we need to do it with that tiny mobile window. The world has changed from long-form stories in newspapers and books to those snapshots of ideas distilled down to a singular image as a social post, or even a 6-second video. Which leads us to the visualization of our ideas to really cut through our attention crisis. With the astronomical growth of social channels powered by our ever-changing technology advances with tablets and mobile phones, we struggle to stay relevant in our day of communications. And this presents an opportunity for us to recognize this change and empower the visual storytellers within each of us to contribute to these conversations.
So why is visual storytelling so powerful? Well, one reason is because the brain processes visual content 60,000 times faster than words. But how do we relate that visual content today? Well, everyone has a mobile device and everyone takes photos. And today we take more than 380 billion photos a year. In fact, 90% of all people who take pictures have only done so on a mobile device. And there are 4.3 billion people globally who own at least one mobile device. 350 million photos are uploaded to Facebook every day. And even though we're not even halfway through this year, we're already approaching 1 trillion photos with the selfie explosion. But what does this all mean for those of us in recruitment? That bringing your employer brand to life visually will attract more candidates. In fact, we know that articles with images get 94% more views than those without.
So how does this apply to the recruitment space? So we know that visual storytelling really helps promote loyalty, not just brand loyalty, but understanding how people internally are able to be showcased and also externally, and how candidates can now understand what a culture is like with a company and what the relationships and the increasing awareness is. And visual storytelling really is kind of a backstage pass, especially in the social medium. So it's the idea of really understanding how the culture is, from the people who work there, or the style of the working environment, or what you do every day. It's really a candidate's backstage pass. And the idea that storytelling really breeds authenticity. Candidates want to believe that people they are seeing at work are real, and this is really what we're striving for. So the idea of documenting with a mobile device is really an opportunity to create good, authentic content and be rewarded with an engaged audience. And visual storytelling really allows you to stand out. The idea of standing out from the clutter is really what it's all about, and being able to see some visuals attached to the stories. That's why people will continue to follow. It also extends far beyond the career site. And we understand that the career sites today are not attracting that same kind of multi-generational audience. We have younger groups like the millennials. They're really interested in social channels, and that's where they spend their time. So we have to really think about extending our stories into those channels if we're going to engage future candidates.